Hey, my youth, you know where you watch? Dancehall.
I come to you this morning about the 1,000 Jamaicans that are still unsure if they'll be accepted in this country. I want you to carry your mind back, especially to when you were a child. You'll recognize that even a dog, when he's fearful, try to go home. If you run off a dog, fling stone off a dog, anytime you introduce risk to even a dog, the dog want to go home. So, can you imagine the situation that the people on this boat are facing? They have been on this boat, some of them, 8 weeks. 8 weeks out at sea, and they haven't been allowed to come home. So, what I try to say is, this is an unreasonable situation and a lack of management. Because there was another boat from the 2nd of April. From the 2nd of April, we knew that there were situations arising with Jamaicans who seek opportunity by working on cruise ship. That boat was turned away, and until it came into the media, nothing was done. But at that time, where the Prime Minister says that he didn't know of it until the boat left, which I think was a lie still, but he never know of it until the boat left. Didn't he ask immediately for a report on all Jamaicans on all boats? Did he assume that that was the only boat that employed Jamaicans? Because if I may, after that situation, may I need a report on whatever equal circumstance exists. Anyway, that passed, and we're there years now. We're there years now where these people have not only been quarantined for some of them 2 months, they have been isolated because they're at sea. Now, isolation is a higher level of security than even quarantine, right? Because there's no introduction of people to them. However, they are now at this thing coming in, and I just want to make a recommendation to be considered by the government, in particular the Prime Minister, Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, have the boat come in to Falmouth Pier. Lock off the pier from anybody else going in. Organize 5 doctors and 10 to 15 nurses, and set up an off-site testing area right on the pier. Once I set up this off-site testing area on the pier, these people will be able to test 250 people per day. So communicate with the ship to say, divide the 1,000 Jamaicans into 4 groups of 250 people, each to be tested on a different day. I understand that you have to be tested 3 times to guarantee that you don't have the COVID. So therefore, what you have to do then is to test batch 1, let's say Monday, and batch 1 will then come back around to be tested on Friday. By the time 12 days, they'll be able to go to them yard. So if you don't have the facilities, I recommend that you contact the ship and ask the ship to stay in port for 12 to 14 days to serve as the quarantine. I hear a rumor that we are asking the ship for money. It should be vice versa. The government should be saying we will subsidize some of the food for our people on the ship. The ship have no duty to pay us to take our people. I don't think you're looking at the future of what we're doing now, because it is going to be even more difficult for our people to get work on these ships, because they're going to perceive Jamaica as a risk. The other countries take their people. So you look at it, you see, Dominica Republic, they took their people. There's a competition for these work. Philippines, Dominica, Haiti, all these countries are trying to get these jobs, and we are making our residents be a risky employee to these people because of how we operate. If it's not in the news, it's not important. If it don't affect election possibilities, it's not an issue. What we're doing now is setting up the Carnival and the Royal Caribbean to say that Jamaicans are a risky hire, because if there should be another situation like this, they have to stand the cost of being out at sea with people for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and possibly more if we don't accept our people. So there's a long-term impact that you're not seeing, where we should be trying to make our people more competitive, especially going forward when we know we are going to lose whole heap of opportunities and whole heap of work in Jamaica because of the short-term to medium-term COVID impact. So may I beg you, please consider the first thing, to get the ship to stay in port for 14 days. Arrange for 5 doctors to lead teams of 3 nurses each, so 15 nurses, and do off-site testing right in the pier, where they will test 250 people a day, and therefore in 4 days all 1,000 people, and since they have to do 3 tests, then in 12 days they'll test everybody. Link up Babsy Grange and make them can at least play the music and make the people them feel like them they home. Apologize and give them even some ackee and saltfish din breakfast one of the days. And we consider doing the ship as a quarantine. The second possibility, if you refuse, or if the ship refuse because it seems like them pre in Jamaica right now, ask people if they might wear a little bracelet. No, enough people are going to say, yo, no, but them are not a criminal or what. But a bracelet is to make sure that you don't leave the premises. So when a man upon house arrest, the bracelet is not what make him a criminal. It's his action that made him a criminal. The bracelet make you know if he left the vicinity. So since we're worried, and we not trust our people, because we trusted some other people, you know. Remember, some people came on the airplane and they left and they got them yard, and we trust them to stay at them yard. But since we not trust our people, maybe if them willing to wear this bracelet, we can make sure them not leave them yard, because we don't want this thing to happen. And the final question I have to ask Mr. Holness, I hear you say we're going to open back the country for tourism and stuff on the 1st of June. Will the tourists be quarantined? Because if the tourist is to be quarantined, that don't make any sense, you know, brother. The tourists come here for 5 to 7 days, so how you are quarantined for 14 days? And therefore, if he's not to be quarantined, how our people are get treated differently? So meditate on these things, brother, man.
Alright, viewers and subscribers, this is the Dancehall Skilla. Big up and respect to each and every one. Now, I just presented a video to you that shows off the person who goes by the name of Damion Crawford, you see me? And you know, I think that Damion Crawford is the kind of person that just say it like it is some of the times. You get me? And I said some of the times because guess what? I don't really know him personally to talk to. You see what I'm saying to you? Now, I just presented a video to you, my viewers and subscribers, that shows of Damion Crawford talking about persons that are said to be Jamaicans that are out there on cruise ships and want to come home. You see what I said to you? Alright, and you know, I'm not sure if he's basically trying to pinpoint out one cruise ship or, you know, more than one cruise ship, but basically he's talking about persons that are out there that are said to be Jamaicans that wants to come home. You get me? Alright, now he made some points, and I think that those points are some strong points, isn't it? And he gave some ideas, and I think that those ideas are, you know, logical. You see what I said to you? And he went on to talk about other things as well, viewers and subscribers. Now, there's a part in this video where Damion Crawford had said some things about the Prime Minister of Jamaica that gave me the understanding that he's saying that the Prime Minister had lied about something that had happened, you know, and basically it seems as if he's saying that the Prime Minister had lied by saying that he did not know or realize or recognized that there was a cruise ship that had came to Jamaica and there were Jamaicans on board, but however, those Jamaicans were not allowed to come on the island, and the cruise ship left out of Jamaica's waters. You get what I'm saying to you? Yeah, that gave me the idea that he's trying to say, or he's basically saying that the Prime Minister had lied. But however, viewers and subscribers, you know, this video is out on social media, you know, and you know, it's being talked about, you see me? And you know, So I bring this video to you, my viewers and subscribers, so that you can have a look and listen to some of the things that Mr. Crawford had to say, and you can also tell me what you think about some of the things that he had said, alright? And you know, my whole opinion and point of view about this whole thing, you see me? And I'm talking about the persons that are said to be Jamaicans that are out there and wants to come home, you see me? And by the way, you know, say this whole thing where it is said that Jamaicans are out there and want to come home, you know, this thing had happened because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic. You get what I'm saying to you? Yeah, so I think it is just hard for those persons right about now, you see me? I mean, them want to come home but can't come home. You see me? I said to you, stuck on a cruise ship or wherever out there, and you want to come home and can't come home. That can't feel good. You see me? You ever hear one song go say, when you check it out, Lord, no one no better than yard. I will sing that song. But still, it ribbit in my head, and you know, it's a good feeling to know, say, yo, when you're ready to come home, you can come in your yard. You understand me? Well, anyways, let me know what you think about some of the things that Damion Crawford had said, and this is where me leave it, viewers and subscribers, you know, and yeah, so until the next time, if you're new to my channel, don't be afraid to click the subscribe button. My name is Seriousskilla. Uno big up on yourself. You see it.
Hey, my youth, you know where I watch? Dancehall. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, Skilla. You are watching Dancehall Skilla Entertainment.